All right, big game tomorrow night.
Oh,
We
yeah.
get the reschedule against Kentucky.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful weather, and you know, it's always a fun game, fun for our players, obviously a lot of fun for the fans. So those guys are playing really good right now, and but it never matters what the records are and who's hot and who's not. I mean, it's always a good, exciting baseball game.
Does this rivalry carry over into baseball as well? All the players, we're trying to stay focused, another game kind of thing.
Well, I think the thing about baseball too is we're one of the last, sports to kind of match up. We watch it, all the hype in football, all the hype in basketball, and all the sports, and then it seems like softball plays them before we do. So we're kind of the last Louisville-Kentucky rivalry of the school year. So it just adds to the excitement.
They're coming off of a pretty good weekend down there. They seem to be playing better.
Yeah, they're playing good. I mean, no doubt. I mean, they're getting some good starts on the weekend. Always have that good lineup. Offensively, they're tough and they put some pressure on you. So, it comes down to, the starts tomorrow night on the mound, just throwing strikes, making plays. Just try not to have that bad inning.
You know who you will start, or is it kind of up in the air?
No, we're going to start Sean Leland, and Sean started last week at Cincinnati. And he's had a couple starts this year, started against Ole Miss early in the year. So he's been valuable out of the bullpen for us. But these midweek games, it's always an opportunity for some guys to get some starts.
A cancellation this late in the year. Are you happy that it did get rescheduled?
Yeah, I mean, I when I talked to Gary before we let everybody leave that night, we were both confident that we would be able to reschedule it. It is tough because you don't have many open dates as you're coming down the stretch, but we just know how important this game is to the athletic departments and to the fans. So, I mean, we were confident that night that we were going to be able to reschedule it. So we're glad. We play them here tomorrow night, and then, of course, we're back there, in Lexington next week.
Tomorrow night's game was originally supposed to be at Kentucky, right? How tough was that to kind of flip-flop those games?
It wasn't too difficult. I mean, in baseball, we're used to, altering schedules, changing game times, rain delays. I mean, it's just part of it. And because they're in finals the following week, it was better for them to play at home that first week in May. So, why not accommodate, their kids in finals?
And you guys are using tomorrow night to help raise money for a former Cardinal as well?
Yeah, Matt Baldwin, is a former player here, and he's instrumental in the community and indoor hitting. And heck, my youngest son Justin has hit with him, but at the age of 35, ALS has hit him, and it's scary because it seems to be hitting, our generation younger and younger. And so they're going to use tomorrow night for awareness and to raise some money. And I'm going to make a pledge up to $1,000, hoping that we can raise at least $1,000 for him tomorrow night in his family's fight, and I'll match that gift. And just something in baseball where we bring awareness when it's Cancer Awareness Night, Patriotic Night, and now we have an opportunity to help one of our own fight this terrible disease.
It seems like after this weekend you've got some pitching, some guys that you could use. I mean, I know midweek sometimes you often use that. Hopefully you get a good start out of Leland, but you do have some arms that you could throw out there.
It's midweek baseball, it's get a good start, get through the lineup. Our bullpen's been very good all year. Last week having the 18 innings in the midweek, we did get an opportunity to get a lot of guys out there. So you feel like going into tomorrow, I mean, you feel good about your bullpen. Guys like Robert Strader, obviously Zach Birdie at the back end, but Anthony Kitson threw well out of the bullpen last week. Lincoln Hensman and Cade McClure have been very good out of the bullpen. So I mean, you feel like they got plenty of arms and we got plenty of arms, and nobody's going to use that as an excuse tomorrow night. I think the goal is get off to a good start, but just play clean, play good, clean baseball, and like I said, it should be a lot of fun.
Were you happy with the weekend? I mean, you got 3 wins, but
it's as I always tell our kids, sometimes winning can mask your deficiencies. And as I've learned, you don't want to just look the other way. We hadn't played great the past couple weeks, and so hopefully as we get through finals and we finish it up, we learn from our mistakes and areas we got to get better, and just got to play better baseball. You don't want to make it too complicated. We've been getting good starts on the mound. We've got to play good defense. We probably have not played as good a defense as we need to the last couple weeks. Bullpen's been strong. Offensively, you're not going to score 10 runs every game. That's part of it, but you still want to be able to compete in a 2-1 game. But you're only going to do that if you pitch and play defense. So, you know, hopefully we just continue to grow and learn throughout the season.
Is the move of Sutton to second Whiting a long-term thing to help with that defense?
You know, we just take it game to game, week to week. You know, Sutton just didn't look comfortable out there as he has. He has been the catalyst for our team defensively, just his leadership on the middle of the field, and like I told him, you can still be that leader at second, and he was very confident. He just said, "Coach, I trust you, so wherever you think I need to play." And Sutton and I have spoken about this throughout the year. Pro ball is going to play him at second base, and so if anything, I think those guys are glad they at least get to put their eyes on him at second and justify, hey, we believe this guy's a pro second baseman. Devin's a special infielder, and he had a really good fall at short. Spring training, we played him at short all year, right up until the season started. And he jumped in at second base, and of course, you know, he did a good job. So hopefully the new look, you know, you got a senior at third, a freshman at short, senior at second, and when McKay's at first, a freshman over there. So maybe it'll balance out our defense a little bit.
What do you hope to see from fans tomorrow night?
Oh, I don't expect anything. I mean, and I know what to expect. I mean, they love this rivalry, and I just want them to know that I respect it. We do everything in our power to win. We know it's one game, you know, on the schedule, and the weekend games and the ACC and the SEC are so important to us right now. But I enjoy when they come out, both fan bases, and you know, just want our kids to play hard and play well for them.
It does start a tough stretch of the final 12 games. I know you don't look ahead, but it's a tough 12 games in.
No doubt. And as I did a radio show earlier, I came to the realization we have 5 home games left. I can't believe it's only 5 in Kentucky, and then you got the 3 with Florida State and Vanderbilt. So yeah, it's a challenging slate for us, but you know, if anything, it gets you ready for the postseason.
So 5 home games left, and you got Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and 3 with Florida State. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's why kids come here. I mean, and especially like, as you just asked about the fans, I would think if they haven't been out, those that have been out, I know they're looking forward to it. Those that haven't been out, well, it's a good time to come because the weather's great, and you got 5, you know, very good baseball opponents.
I know you said you don't think about hit streaks, or you don't even know that, but Nick's 19 straight. I mean, he's just really been consistent all year for you.
Well, it's why he's been in our 2-hole. You know, he's that Cole Sturgeon, Nick Ratajczyk type of hitter, just very consistent. You kind of know what you're going to get day in and day out. So as he kind of clicked, and Sutton's had a great year, and Corey, yeah, that gives you that 1, 2, 3 punch that you got to have going if you're going to be special.